The world was once again invited to the grand halls and sprawling grounds of Downton Abbey with the cinematic release of Downton Abbey, the grand finale, on 12th September 2025. This film marks the third, and as confirmed by its creators, the definitive final chapter in the beloved saga that has captivated audiences for over a decade. From its origins as a television series that first aired in 2010, the story of the aristocratic Crawley family and their dedicated staff has become a global phenomenon. This concluding motion picture promised a bittersweet farewell, tying up the intricate threads of love, loss, and societal change that have defined the narrative from the very beginning, offering viewers one last opportunity to walk the familiar corridors and witness the closing of an unforgettable chapter in television and film history. The film's arrival was met with both excitement and a touch of melancholy from its devoted fan base. The previous installment, Downton Abbey: A New Era, had already set a poignant tone with the passing of the formidable Dowager Countess, Violet Crawley. This new film, therefore, had the considerable task of not only providing a satisfying conclusion for every character, but also navigating the palpable absence of its most iconic figure. It seeks to resolve the lingering questions about the future of the great estate and the family who calls it home. As the story picks up, the world is on the cusp of the 1930s, a period of great uncertainty and transformation, and the residents of Downton, both upstairs and downstairs, find themselves confronting changes that will shape their destinies forever. This grand finale is more than just another story. It is a carefully crafted farewell letter to the characters who have felt like family to so many. The film continues the tradition of weaving together multiple storylines, from the personal heartaches of the Crawley sisters to the everyday dramas and aspirations of the servants below stairs. It captures the essence of what made the series so special. The impeccable attention to historical detail, the sharp and witty dialogue, and the profound exploration of a rigid class system beginning to fray at the edges. The narrative serves as a poignant reflection on the passage of time, the inevitability of change, and the enduring strength of family bonds in the face of adversity, ensuring that the final goodbye is both emotional and deeply resonant. The story gracefully balances moments of high drama with the quiet, intimate scenes that have always been the heart of Downton. It allows each character a moment to shine, providing a sense of closure while acknowledging that life, in its own way, continues on. The film's creators understood the weight of expectation, aiming to deliver a conclusion that felt both earned and authentic to the spirit of the entire franchise. It is an invitation to celebrate the journey, to remember the moments of joy and sorrow, and to bid a fond and fitting adieu to the house and the people who have inhabited it with such grace and complexity, leaving a lasting legacy in the hearts of viewers around the world. At the very heart of Downton Abbey, the grand finale, lies the compelling and challenging journey of Lady Mary Crawley. Long positioned as the pragmatic and sometimes cold heir apparent to her father's vision, Mary finds herself facing her most profound personal crisis yet. The persistent absence of her husband, Henry Talbot, which was a footnote in the previous film, becomes a central and painful reality in this final chapter. The truth is revealed with heartbreaking clarity. Henry has been unfaithful, his passion for motor racing leading him not only to distant lands, but also into the arms of another. This betrayal shatters Mary's carefully constructed composure, leaving her vulnerable and forcing her to confront a future she never envisioned for herself, one without the partner she chose. This devastating revelation serves as a catalyst for Mary's ultimate transformation. Instead of crumbling under the weight of public scandal and private heartbreak, she channels her formidable strength and intellect inward, focusing on the one constant in her life, Downton Abbey. Supported by her family, particularly her ever-understanding father, Lord Grantham, Mary rises to the occasion with a resolve that defines her character. The film thoughtfully explores her emotional turmoil, showing the cracks in her aristocratic armour and allowing the audience to see the depth of her pain. Her journey is not one of swift recovery, but of a gradual, determined effort to redefine her own identity outside of her marriage and the expectations placed upon her as a woman of her station. The film culminates in a pivotal and forward-thinking development for both Mary and the estate. In a move that symbolizes the shifting tides of the post-war era and the slow erosion of traditional gender roles, Lord Grantham makes a monumental decision. He formally places Lady Mary in charge of the entire Downton estate, entrusting its future entirely to her capable hands. This is not merely a managerial role, it is a complete transfer of power and responsibility, making her the true custodian of the Crawley legacy. This act is a testament to her father's faith in her abilities and a recognition that she, more than anyone, possesses the vision and tenacity required to guide Downton into a new age, securing its survival. Ultimately, while the film leaves Lady Mary's personal future open to interpretation, her professional and familial standing is cemented. She emerges not as a woman defined by a failed marriage, but as a leader in her own right, her destiny intrinsically linked with the stones and soil of her ancestral home. Her story arc provides a powerful and satisfying conclusion, demonstrating that her true love affair was perhaps always with Downton Abbey itself. Her triumph is a quiet but profound victory, showcasing a modern woman taking control of her own destiny in a world that is slowly, but surely, beginning to make way for her, ensuring the Crawley family's legacy will endure under her watchful eye. Though the formidable presence of Dame Maggie Smith, who passed away in September 2024, is deeply missed, Downton Abbey. The grand finale serves as a beautiful and heartfelt tribute to her unforgettable character, Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess. Her passing in the previous film, A New Era, left an indelible void, and this final installment does not attempt to fill it. Instead, it gracefully acknowledges her absence, allowing her memory to permeate the very fabric of the story. The characters frequently speak of her, quoting her legendary witticisms and seeking guidance by asking what she would have done in their place. Her portrait, hanging prominently in the drawing room, becomes a silent observer, a constant reminder of her enduring influence over the family she guided for so long. The film masterfully weaves Violet's legacy into the central narrative, particularly through her relationship with her eldest granddaughter, Mary. As Mary navigates the complexities of her personal and professional life, she often reflects on the lessons imparted by her grandmother, lessons of resilience, duty, and the importance of preserving the family's heritage. The Dowager's spirit lives on as a source of strength for the entire Crawley clan, her sharp wisdom echoing in the halls and gardens of Downton. This subtle yet persistent homage ensures that while Dame Maggie Smith is not physically present on screen, her character's spirit remains the matriarchal bedrock of the family, her influence shaping their decisions and philosophies even after her death. The tribute extends beyond the narrative itself, resonating in the performances of the cast who shared the screen with Dame Maggie Smith for over a decade. In their interactions, one can feel a genuine sense of reverence and affection. Characters like Isabel Merton, once her sparring partner and later her dear friend, share moments of quiet reflection, reminiscing about Violet's formidable personality and unexpected kindness. These scenes feel deeply authentic, blurring the line between the character's grief and the actor's real-world respect for a legendary colleague. The film thus becomes a memorial, not only to the Dowager Countess, but also to the immense talent of the actress who brought her to life with such iconic flair and precision. Ultimately, the film demonstrates that Violet Crawley's legacy is not just in her memorable one-liners, but in the very survival and evolution of Downton itself. Her lifelong dedication to preserving the estate and the family's standing now finds its continuation in Lady Mary, who embodies her grandmother's pragmatism and steely determination. By framing Mary's ascension as the fulfillment of Violet's hopes for the future, the story ensures that the Dowager's influence is eternal. The film beautifully communicates that great figures are never truly gone. They live on through the people they shaped and the institutions they fought to protect, making her memory a cornerstone of the saga's poignant conclusion. As the final credits roll on Downton Abbey, the grand finale, it is clear that this is a definitive and conclusive end to the sprawling saga. The film meticulously ties up the remaining loose ends, offering a sense of peace and resolution for both the family upstairs and the loyal staff downstairs. The future of the great house, once a looming question, is now secure under Lady Mary's capable leadership, ensuring that Downton Abbey will adapt and survive in the changing landscape of the 20th century. The story concludes not with a dramatic flourish, but with a gentle and reassuring calm, leaving the audience with the comforting knowledge that the Crawley family and their cherished home will endure, even as the world outside their gates continues to transform at a rapid pace. The ending provides a snapshot of a family that has weathered immense change, from the tragedy of the Titanic to the upheaval of the Great War and the dawn of the Jazz Age. The final scenes are a montage of quiet, happy moments. Lord and Lady Grantham enjoying their roles as contented grandparents, Edith and Bertie secure in their happiness, and the downstairs staff finding their own paths to fulfillment. The film doesn't suggest that their lives will be without future challenges, but it establishes a foundation of stability and love that feels earned and satisfying. It is a farewell that honours the entire journey, emphasising that the true legacy of Downton is not its grandeur, but the strength of the bonds forged within its walls. This final chapter serves as a poignant bookend to a story that began with a crisis of inheritance. Now, the question of succession is firmly settled, not by an archaic law, but by a modern choice that places faith in a new generation and a new kind of leader. The film's significance lies in its ability to bring the narrative full circle while still looking forward. It is a story about the end of an era, but it is also about the beginning of a new one, guided by the values of duty, loyalty, and resilience that have always been at the core of the Downton ethos. The creators have made it clear that there will be no fourth film, making this conclusion all the more meaningful for its finality. In the end, Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is more than just a summary of events. It is a moving tribute to the characters, the setting, and the audience that embraced them. It closes the book on the Crawley family with grace and affection, leaving viewers with a sense of bittersweet contentment. The sun may have set on this beloved saga, but the film ensures that the light of Downton Abbey will continue to shine brightly in the memories of all who visited. It is a final, elegant bow from a franchise that has left an indelible mark on popular culture, a truly grand finale for a story that has been cherished across the globe for years.